You've been buying food for the house for 2 years and now you say it's on her?
No, I did not, ma'am. You're lying. You're putting words in my mouth now, ma'am. I
Excuse
never
me, I'm
said
not
nothing
lying.
about.
I'm quoting your testimony back to you.
Mr. Curtis, I'm getting ready to kick you out of here.
The state, depending on how the court feels is fair, the state's comfortable with either finalizing that order. I believe Mr. Brimhall will cover what the changes need to be made for the visitation. The state is requesting a range of retro from either $21,996 to $23,452, and that was previously testified to, I believe, in the June hearing, as to what Mr. Curtis was making at that time. And I believe if everything else stayed the same, or depending on if the court wants to change current child support and medical support to reflect his current job, the state would be fine with finalizing the order today.
Yes, my request is also to finalize. We've come back a handful of times. The last time we were in court was in August, and if I recall correctly, it was one of those days where it was set on a general docket, and I believe we were pushing up towards the 3 o'clock time period, and we got reset to a special setting. And then the setting in October had to get moved at the court's request, and so here we are. So my request is that we do attempt to finalize it. The last well, I guess there's two major orders from the past. One from, I believe, February. That one can, I believe, the most of the terms can just be carried over from that one. The visitation was not ordered in that one. It was ordered in the second one from August. The court granted second and fourth weekends from 6 to 6 on Friday and Sunday, and then ordered the parties to use AppClose. It's my understanding the parties have connected on AppClose but aren't using it. I've explained to both of them that they should, and so I would ask that the court continue to order them to use that. Regarding the visitation going forward, if we were to finalize it, I think a standard possession order slightly modified to the second, fourth, and fifth weekends instead of the first, third, and fifth would be appropriate, with the same 6 o'clock exchanges. That would be what's best. They've already been doing second and fourth. I'm not sure how they got on that track, but that's what they've been doing for several months. So I don't want to change that. But second, fourth, and fifth weekends, standard summer, standard holidays, but with the exchanges at 6 p.m. like they've been doing. I believe they've been exchanging at each other's residences. However, I think it's probably best to move it to a park or a police station somewhere public, because of the non-disclosure issue that was previously granted. The court heard all the non-disclosure stuff, and it made a ruling on that in the first temporary order in February. I'm not sure if the court wants to go back into all of that, but the court did grant it at that time. Regarding the issue of current support, the issue of current support in the temporary order from February, I think I wasn't at that hearing. That's the one where I was appointed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I was appointed to that one in February. So I wasn't at that one, but just doing the reverse math on it, I think it was set on something like $10 or $11 an hour. It's my understanding that Mr. Curtis is working a temp job right now and has worked a couple different jobs over the last year or 2 years. And those have all roughly been in the $12 to $15 range per hour. So child support, current child support, it could probably conservatively go up to based on $12 an hour, which I think would change the current amount to $348 and $94 for the child support and medical support. But again, I'm happy to defer to whatever the court feels is appropriate, and I'll defer to the state's calculations on what child support should be based on whatever the court says. Regarding the issue of retroactive support, my request would be that the court order it. I think it's appropriate in this case. My understanding of Mr. Curtis's position, and he'll certainly convey what his position is, but based on talking with him, my understanding is that his position is that he should not have to pay that much. He thinks the number is too high, that is. He has been involved in the upbringing of the child, and he does a number of good things. I don't think he's a bad parent. That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't think anyone is trying to say that. I don't think anyone has said that, but I think he may be interpreting the issue of retroactive child support as some kind of punishment against him. But it's just not. My understanding is he does not have receipts to show what amounts he has paid. He has paid some in the past. I believe the difference between the two, the high and the low that the state announced, was based on the $14 an hour versus $15 an hour, multiplied out by different time periods. But again, I'm comfortable with whatever the state has calculated on retro. The repayment on that, whatever is appropriate. I think it would probably be at least 125, and maybe on the repayment probably would be appropriate. Regarding court costs, I don't believe there's any reason to waive them, so I would just request that they be assessed. Regarding the name of the child, the name of the child is already. I don't think it needs to be addressed in any order, in the final order, that is. And I don't believe I have any other requests, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Brimall. All right, everyone, that's what the state and the ad litem are requesting. Obviously, Mr. Curtis, again, I don't let pro se litigants make opening statements, but at the end of the hearing, you'll be allowed to make a closing statement and closing argument. But I think the ad litem may have hit on the point that about the retro that you may be having concerns with. But I'll let you know up front, sir, here in the state of Texas, the law is the court has the right or the obligation to order back child support for the previous 4 years or the 4 years prior to the filing of the order. Any monies that you gave or paid or took care of, gave to the mother for the care of the child will be counted against any funds that you should have paid during child support. The bottom line is, sir, you had a child, and the Texas law says that you are obligated to pay child support going forward, and up to 4 years going backwards. So it is what it is as far as those circumstances are concerned, sir. So I'll hear your testimony. I'll hear about what kind of hardships you think that may cause, and whether or not you have any type of legal objection, a legal standard objection that will allow the court to do something different. But again, sir, the thing is, you're representing yourself, and this is a court of law, and the judge can only deal with matters of law. So I got to rule in accordance with the law, and any requests you make have to be in accordance with the law. And I know you're not a lawyer, but those are the circumstances, and that's what we have to deal with. So at this time, Ms. Fullilove and Mr. Curtis, I'll ask you both to raise your right hands. Let me swear you in, and we'll get your testimony. Thank you. Do you both solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. All right, you're both officially under oath, and at this time, I'll let Ms. Hubbard, do you wish to allow Mr. Brimall to go first, or do you want to go first?
Mr. Brimall can go first. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'll let that light call your first witness. Thank you.
Okay. I will call Miss Fullilove. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. Would you please state your full name?
Jasmine Fullilove.
All right. And you are the mother of the child in this case, is that right?
Yes, Demaria Serenity Curtis.
Okay. Regarding so in this case, there's been really 2 temporary orders, one in February and another one that was done in August. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Now, regarding the support, the child support and medical support, are you asking that those just be set appropriately?
What do you mean?
By the court, like the amount should be set. I guess what I'm asking, that's a bad question, sorry. I guess I'm asking you, like, regarding child support and medical support, you're just asking that the court set them based on whatever the law should say they be set at, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, regarding the issue of health insurance, how is the child's health insurance currently being provided?
She's on Medicaid.
Okay. Um, Regarding the possession and access that Mr. Curtis is currently uh exercising, what is it? What type of how what weekends, or what's the consistency look like?
He gets her like every other weekend. Like if that's what you're asking me. We do exchanges like when we both get off work, and
Okay.
then
And you're
that
like,
Sunday morning. Sir, I'm sorry.
go on. So you're on Sunday morning, what?
On that Sunday morning, or even like depending on when they wake up, I just go pick her up. But I always just take her to his house. He doesn't come to my house. Like unless, like my car is not working or something, then like he doesn't mind picking her up and dropping her off. But I usually just take her myself.
Okay. Now, y'all were previously ordered to use app close, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you have connected with Mr. Curtis on there, is that right?
Yes, sir. We are linked with the phone numbers now. I'm not for sure like if his email is on there, but mine should be on there. But we haven't been using it.
Have you been able to like receive any message at all from him, or vice versa? Have you been able to send him a message at all?
On the regular cell phone number, yes, sir, but not like on the app, if that's what you're asking me.
Is it are you having technical difficulties? Is that what you're saying? Like
Like
with the
as
app?
far as the app close?
Yes.
Yes, like I'm not really for sure how to use it. It's basically like a big old calendar is what it looks like, and it just tells us like when we're supposed to be doing something, I'm guessing. Like I looked at it, but like it was so confusing to where I was just like, I don't really know.
Okay.
So it's not
Okay.
self-explanatory.
Okay. All right. Um, but you understand the importance of it and trying to figure it out and learning how to use it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Regarding uh the visitation plan or schedule that should be included in the final order, um, the state of Texas has what's called the standard possession order, which has a couple different kinds of possession and access. It has weekend possession and access. It has summertime possession and access, and then it has holiday possession and access. Currently, under court order, Mr. Curtis only has the weekends, the second and fourth weekends.
Hmm.
Um, are you uh, are you agreeable to essentially putting in a standard possession order that would include the summertime, which would be like 30 days in the summer, and then the holiday time, which has essentially a rotating schedule for the holidays. So one of you would have Thanksgiving one year, and the other one would have the holiday the next year, and so on. Are you agreeable to putting all that in the final order?
Yes. I
Okay.
mean, like as long as he's okay with it, I'm okay with it. I
Now,
just want her to spend time with her dad.
okay, good. And y'all understand that because of your work schedule and his work schedule, you can always adjust the start or the stop or whatever. You can adjust whatever you want as long as you talk to each other about it and put it in the app. Like text
Gotcha.
each other about it in the app. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So like if he wants to have an extra weekend or an extra day or whatever it may be, or you want a different period of time or whatever, you can just y'all can just agree to it in the app. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Um, Regarding the issue of retroactive child support, um, has Mr. Curtis given you uh, either cash or money or checks or money orders uh, to help you out in childcare expenses for Demaria?
No, sir. I only receive the child support payments when they're posted to my Cash App.
Okay, but I guess what I mean is like from the time she was born, did he give you like $50 every week or something like that?
No.
Did he help pay for daycare at some point?
I want to say he went half of me like one time, but this was like 2000. This was like the early 2000, like this was like 2020 maybe 21. He had helped me like one time, but that was it. And then after that, things just got rocky between us to where we couldn't like just come to an agreement. So
Was it you said was it like for like a whole school year, or was it literally just like 1 month?
like 1 month because my CCS payments are like every month, and like around that time, like I want to say like I was just only paying like for 2 kids, and so he just paid for his child, but
Okay.
that was it.
All right. Do you recall what the amount would have been, like what his payment or half would have been?
I want to say it ranged between $70 and $90. I'm not really for sure like on that amount, but like I know like for 2 kids, like it had to be like between like 70 and like $90 because I was only paying like I want to say like between like one something back then for just the two that I had. So it was between like 70 and 90, I think.
Okay. Um, did he ever like drop off like boxes of clothes or diapers or have Amazon packages delivered to your residence?
Like in general or recently?
Um, well, certainly both, but I'm talking about between like Demaria's birth and earlier this year.
I can say it's been a handful of times that he did that, but like only like a handful, and it was just stuff that he had bought at
Hold on.
his residence,
Look like we
Hold
and
lost
on,
then
hold
he
on,
had
hold on, hold on, hold on, Miss Full, Mr.
Mr. Curtis
Curtis.
dropped.
He just dropped out. I don't know why he dropped out, but
No, he's having connection problems. He may still be there. He did that a couple times when I was sitting here with him, and then he popped right back up. But this time looks like it's for real. So let's pause a moment, thank you, and give him a chance to come back in.
I think where we left off is I was asking you if Mr. Curtis had ever dropped off uh, packages of clothing or food or diapers or anything like that.
yes, and I was telling you that he's only done it like a handful of times, but only like a handful. But he's done it, yes.
Are we talking about uh, like less than 10 times, or
Yes, for sure, less than 10 times.
like are we talking about 10 times per year or 10 times total?
Like if I had to count, I would say possibly like maybe like 5 times in like all, like since
Five.
her lifetime. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So it's not a consistent thing, is that correct?
No.
Okay, all right. Okay. Do you know where Mr. Curtis was working when the child was born?
When she was born, he was working, I want to say he was working at HEB distribution, or like I know like it was some kind of warehouse, either HEB distribution or some warehouse called Mado. I
Okay.
can't really say the name right, but it was a
Okay.
warehouse, I know that.
Have you ever lived in the same house with Mr. Curtis, or household or apartment or whatever it may be?
So we had an apartment together 2018, 19. No, I'm sorry, from 17, like the end of 17 all the way to like the beginning of 20 was the last time we resided together.
Hold on. He just cut out again.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Curtis, we can hear you okay. Okay. May I continue, Judge?
Yes, you can go ahead and continue. Thank you.
Okay. Miss Fullilove, what I was asking about is the time period that you lived with Mr. Curtis.
Yeah, so we started residing together at the end of 2017, like July, I want to say. And then I moved out. It was like July. It was like July of 2020 or 19, one of the two. I'm not really for sure.
So when she was born, when the child was born, y'all were living together, is that right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And y'all separated in you said June, or like, was it during the pandemic? Was the pandemic going on?
Yes, it was freshly starting at that.
Okay, so it was June or July of 2020 that y'all separated.
Like for sure July, because I remember when the caseworker had came and bought me all that paperwork and stuff. But I'm not just for sure like on the year.
Well, well, if it was during the beginning of the pandemic, that would have been 2020.
Miss Grandma, let's move on. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
We're gonna lose Mr. Curtis. I don't want to lose Mr. Curtis again. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
It's
right.
been more. It's been more than 4 years, Mr. Grandma. That's what I'm looking at. Thank you.
Yes, Judge. Okay. Uh, I don't think I have any other questions for Miss Fullilove.
All right, Miss Hubbard. Sorry, not used to saying that anymore. I had to look at the name. Sorry about that.
Your Honor, I don't believe I have any questions for Ms. Fullilove.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get some information from Mr. Curtis at this time. Mr. Grandma, you can call him as a witness. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Curtis, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I can hear you, but you sound a little muffled, so I don't know if you're speaking into the receiver well or inside or what, but we'll give it a shot. Can you state your full name?
Demetri Curtis.
Okay. Your middle name's Joe?
Yes,
Are you a junior or senior at all?
I'm a senior.
Okay. So Demetri Joe Curtis, senior?
You asked me which one I was. Just Demetri Joe Curtis.
Well, I'm asking what your legal name is. What's your legal name? Like what's on your
Demetri Joe Curtis.
Okay. All right. Okay. Um, where are you currently working at?
Labor Hondas.
You said Labor Finders?
Yes,
All right. And is that a temp agency?
yes.
Okay. And how long have you been working there?
Couple years, 2 years.
You said 2 years?
Yes,
And how much are you making currently?
I get paid by the day, so I'm making between $80 to $90 a day.
Okay. It is it so is that the average day or is that the high day?
Yes, that's the average. That's the average high day with the child support that's taken out daily and the taxes and all of that.
Okay.
All right, just real quick, sir. Sir, do you get a pay stub? How often do you actually get paid? You get paid every day, or do you get paid once a week, twice, every 2 weeks? What?
It's every day. It's a day pay job, so they pay at the end of the day.
All right, and are they taking out taxes or anything like that?
Yes,
All right, and so you will get a W-2 from these folks at the end of the year.
yes,
You got one last year.
yes.
Okay, and do they give you any type of written pay stub showing year to date? So you get paid every day. Do you get a pay stub to go along with that?
Right now the system has been down, so we haven't been getting pay stubs, but normally the pay stub is at the end of the day.
Okay, all right. But those pay stubs usually have that year to date, what you've actually earned for the whole year, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll work through that. Thank you, Mr. Brevall, your witness again.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Have you prior to working there, where did you work?
I worked for ATB Distribution,
And do you recall how much you made there?
15 an hour.
You said you made 15 an hour then?
Yes.
Okay. And so what when y'all, well, first off, when would you agree that y'all separated in June or July of 2020?
It was a little after. It was maybe like around September.
Okay, but it was in 2020, is that right?
Yes,
And were you working at HEB at that time?
yes.
And okay, so and you worked there for how many years after? Or like, I guess what's the month that you stopped working at HEB?
I cannot recall.
How long did you work? Well,
Just ask him what's his next job, and we'll just do it
I,
from there. See, obviously, you're working there when so let's just do job to job to job. Thank you.
um, okay. So in June of 2020, you were working at HEB. What was your next job after that?
well, I was COVID hit, so I didn't work for like 9 months. I was on unemployment for like 9 months. So
You said you were unemployed for 9 months?
yes,
Were you receiving unemployment benefits or no?
no,
Okay, and so
Oh, whoa. I'm sorry, sir. I thought you said I just heard you say. I thought you said you were on unemployment.
no.
I thought
After
I
that
thought
job,
yeah, go on.
during the COVID period for about 9 months, because what ended up happening, I ended up putting in for unemployment like way later on, and it didn't go through right away. And so when I actually got on unemployment, it was only actually a couple months. All before that, I was actually just unemployed.
Okay, thank you.
So you were you were during that.
Let's move on.
Okay.
You got 50. You got 55 minutes, Mr. Brimall, and I have to leave.
Okay. So during the unemployment period, you were just looking for job, or is that accurate?
Yes,
Okay. Um. Okay, and then after the unemployment, what was your first job?
I was working at Radley Staffing.
You said Radley's what?
Radley Staffing,
Okay, and how much were you making there?
14.
Um, and how long did you work that job?
About a year.
And then does that bring us up to your current job?
Yes,
Okay, and you've been at your current job for roughly 2 years?
yes.
Okay. All right. Regarding visitation and access, possession and access, you're currently doing the second and fourth weekend, is that right?
Yes,
All right. Do you want that schedule to continue?
yes,
Um, Regarding moving, just having in place a standard possession order, that would give you an extra weekend a couple times a year, possession time in the summer, and a holiday schedule. Are you in agreement with adding all of that?
yes.
Okay. Now, it sounds like y'all are probably gonna uh, come up with a custom arrangement. Is that right?
Yes,
All right. But you understand that number one, if you're going to change or deviate from the possession schedule in the order, you need to talk about it and write about it in the app. Do you understand that?
I understand all of that.
So if you're gonna change a start time or add a day or subtract a day or whatever it may be, you need to, put it in writing in the app. You understand? You got to do that.
Yes, I just heard that twice. I was listening when you told
Okay.
Jasmine.
Okay. And have you been able to either send a text to Miss Fullilove or receive from her?
Like I mentioned earlier, I have not been on the app like that.
Okay. You understand that it's important to figure it out and start using it though, right?
Yes, like I told you earlier, I understood earlier.
Okay. Okay.
You recycling the question, sir.
Okay. But you understand that whatever we spoke about in private was not in front of the court. You understand that? Like we're in front of the court having a hearing right now. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
So I may have asked you all these questions previously, but we're in front of the court and the court needs to hear the answers. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right. Do you, regarding the issue of current support, uh, I mean, are you asking that it be set based on, like, how are you asking that it be set? What are you asking for in regards to current child support?
To me, current child support, I'm okay where it's at right now for a few reasons. For one, I'm finna actually get a permanent job, so I'm not able to do all what I want to do right now as far as with her healthcare insurance and all of that. So it's a lot of gray areas with all of that right now with me.
Okay, so you said you're currently making, yeah, between 14 and 15, is that right now?
Yes.
And you've been making 14 and 15 this whole time. Is your new job going to be roughly the same pay rate?
I'm not sure until I actually get hired on. I'm not sure. I have not been made an offer yet.
What type of job is it?
Construction.
And it's doing the same things you've been doing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, certainly you wouldn't take a job for less pay doing the same thing, correct?
If I had to, I would.
Okay. And all right. Um, all right, regarding the issue of back child support, what is it? Like, what's your opinion on the matter?
My opinion on the bank child support, I feel like it's anything I owe, that's the Medicaid that's been coming out as far as for my daughter from 2020 on up. I agree with the Medicaid being the balance, but anything else I don't agree with because of the things I've been doing since 2020.
Okay, so you understand that any money that you may have spent while your daughter was with you is not factored into back child
I'm
support?
talking about money after me and her mother split also too.
Okay, so how much money do you think you've given Miss Fullilove?
It depends on what money, because the money that I was giving her initially was half of that CCS that she was paying at the peanut galleries.
Okay, so the peanut gallery is the daycare, is that right?
Yes, and it was bi-weekly.
Okay, now how many times did you, I mean, she had already testified about how often that you had paid. How often do you think you paid?
Well, she only testified on the actual money that I handed her, but most of the time I was taking money orders up there from the daycare, so it was the $100 split.
Okay, so how many money orders did you give the daycare?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they got it on their records, but I'm not sure. But I know
Okay,
I was faithfully doing it every other week, so at
is it
least I know for
more than 5 times?
it's definitely more than 5 times.
More than 10 times?
Definitely more than 10.
more than
Mr.
20
Brown,
times?
Mr. Brown, stop. He was getting ready to tell you how long he said he's getting ready to do it. Sir, how long did you do that for?
I know I did it for at least a year.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And the money order was for what each time?
It was for this. It was for the CCS. She set that CCS up through. However, she set that up, and I was just paying the actual partial payment towards
Right.
that.
So, right, you had testified that you walked up a money order, correct?
Yes,
So how was it the same amount each time, or are you saying it was a
yes.
different amount each
It was.
time?
It was the same amount each time. It was roughly around $100, like $96
And you said it was every other week?
every other week.
Okay. And that was just for 1 year.
Yes, and then not to mention the diapers, and I
Okay.
basically buy all her clothes every since then also. Just
Okay.
like
So
this
what
year.
I'm asking about is stuff that you gave to Miss Fullilove. So you said you bought
I'm telling you, clothes and shoes definitely, which I still currently do. Clothes and shoes that she gets over for that way. I've been buying for both houses.
Okay. All right. So what you understand the state announced a range that they've calculated starting at 21,900
And
ranging to
that's
23,400. Is that you understand
and
that's what
that's
they
the
announced?
range. Yes, but I'm not nor do I agree with that range. I'm not understanding the calculations. Like it just I'm not understanding any of that. Like even with the money that I have spent and all of that, just like recently, I just threw her a birthday party and spent a nice little penny to throw that birthday party. I threw it with her mother. Like that kind of money right there, I don't know how to calculate that money. I don't like that kind of money like that is what I'm always doing. Like when I did the school shopping this year, just like any other year with the clothes. Like it's
Okay.
like my
So
support has been solely with anything she needs like that. The only thing that I can't contest is the Medicaid. I agree I should be on
okay.
the hook for the Medicaid, and that's it.
Okay. All right. So okay. So the value of the child daycare payments is roughly it's $4 shy of 2,500. Um Apart from that amount of money that you said you gave the daycare, uh, you just mentioned you paid for a birthday party. Is that something you do every year, or is that just this
Yes,
year?
it's it's something I've done every year. It's something I've done every year. The only time I wasn't able to do it was, of course, in 2020, the stretch that I couldn't see her for like 4 or 5 months, and and it ran into her birthday. But every
Okay,
year after 2020,
so keeping it simple, what did you said you've done the birthday parties every year. What was the birthday party in 2021?
2021 was just a small gathering at my house that year.
Okay, what about 2022?
2022 was Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay. And what about was it and that was something you paid through Chuck E. Cheese or you just met there together?
No, I paid for the venue. I rented the venue and paid
Okay.
for the kids to be able to play and stuff.
I got you. I got you. So what about 2023?
2023, I did a house party
At, at your house or her house?
at my house.
Okay. So,
In 2024,
okay.
I just did a party at my house, and me and her mother did the party together.
Okay. So did you share the cost with did Miss Full Love provide some of the things for the party?
She provided like the beverages. Um,
Okay.
she provided the ice cream. I did everything else.
All right. Well, all right. That all sounds good. That's all good co-parenting behavior for sure. Um All right.
Not to mention too, Mr. Brimhall, I did do all the school shopping this year too. She's not giving me credit for, and last year also.
All right. Let me ask you this. Regarding the issue of back child support, are you saying that you think it should be 0, or do you think it should just be lower than 21,000?
I definitely think it should be lower to 21,000. I definitely think I should be on the hook for the Medicaid. That's only because I know she
Hold on.
went and set the Medicaid up while we were after we broke up. And
Okay. So what is there a number that you would feel is more appropriate or that you would be comfortable with? 10,000, 12,000, 15,000?
I think just for I've thought about it for months. I think just for like the Medicaid, I don't know where it's been calculated at since she has been on Medicaid, but I'm pretty serious around 5,000 to 7,000. I don't know what that number is.
Okay, so you're saying that you would feel comfortable having the court order 7,000?
Or having the court order the total monthly payments of the Medicaid since 2020.
Okay, so
That right
yeah,
there, I
so
agree. I will agree with y'all with the Medicaid, and like I said,
okay.
I didn't know. I'm a new dad, so I didn't know anything about Medicare, Medicaid, as far as her being only. I know we've been talking about me getting her off of that, and me covering the health insurance, but with the job situation, I just haven't been able to do that yet.
No, I understand that. Okay, so you're saying I heard you. Okay, I don't think I have any other questions from Mr. Curtis at this time.
All right, thank you very much. Ms. Hubbard, your witness.
Mr. Curtis, when were you working at the solar place?
That was like temporarily. That was this year. I don't want to lie. I know it was a couple months, and then I got laid off, but I don't know exactly when this year. I would say around, because I was doing that job in between this one. Maybe I'm not sure. I couldn't give a clear answer with that one because it was only a couple months.
And you were making $18 an hour at that job?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you leave it?
Got laid off. They did a big cut down on the labor, and just got laid off.
Have you worked any other jobs while you've been working at Labor Finders?
No, it's only been steady here.
So, as far as the retroactive support, originally the testimony back in June of this year was that you guys split up in October of 2019. So you're saying that it was actually a year off?
Yes, it was definitely a year out.
Okay. And have you brought any documentation of what you've been making or jobs that you've had or money that you've paid today?
No, I was not prepared for all that. I didn't think I had to. I wasn't told to bring any of that. Let me say that. So no, I don't have any documentation.
You realize the first paper you were served with in this lawsuit told you to bring W-2s, bank statements, payroll, any evidence of income that you have?
Yeah, I realize that, but that's just something that, I mean, this thing has been delayed so many times that I haven't been on the paperwork like that. I've moved in between. I don't even have that original order.
Okay, and you realize that at any time you could have got it to Mr. Brimhall and he would have made sure it was before the court?
I understand all that, but I needed more documents as far as like proving, what I've been in the picture. That's my whole deal right now is the amount is like I haven't been in the picture and I've known what I've done, and
But you realize buying things from Miss Fullilove's house that she may or may not need doesn't help her, and child support would.
I feel like the original agreement me and her had as far as like outside the Medicaid is buying anything she literally needed, all the way down to glasses. So, I mean, I feel like supplying full clothes and everything for her, and she doesn't have to do it. I feel like I've been doing my part as far as like with that. As far as buying food and stuff, that has always been on her, but all
Wait,
in between stuff
you just
I've
testified
did.
you've been buying food for the house for 2 years, and now you say it's on her?
No, I did not, ma'am. You're lying. You're putting words in my mouth now, ma'am. I
Excuse
never
me, I'm
said
not
nothing
lying. I'm
about.
quoting your testimony back to you.
Mr. Curtis, I'm getting ready to kick you out of here. This is a court of law. You don't get to say stuff. You don't get to use that kind of language in this courtroom, sir. Listen to the question,
Well, I'm
answer
sorry,
the
sir.
question, and stop. Okay, so again, I know you're getting a little testy here, but the bottom line is just listen to the question and answer the question. That's all you can do in these circumstances. Thank you. All right.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Brimall, redirect.
Mr. Curtis, have you ever served in the United States Armed Forces?
No,
Uh, have you ever been a government employee of the state government or federal government?
no,
Do you have you worked in the teaching industry through some kind of school district or other school?
no,
What about the medical industry, as a nurse or anything like that?
no.
Okay. Um, I'm pretty sure it was asked before, but I'm not positive. This child is your only child, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'll pass witness. I don't have any other questions.
All right, thank you. Ms. Hubbard?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, do you need I'm sorry. Mr. Brimall, do you wish to recall Ms. Fullilove for a moment?
Yes, briefly, Judge.
All right, thank you. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. You're still on the oath, and you may proceed, Mr. Brimall. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Fullilove, Mr. Curtis had testified that there was some agreement between the two of y'all about what kind of financial support or physical stuff he was going to give you. What's your position on that?
As far as like what, like in general or like recently?
Both past, present.
Well, I'm looking at before the paperwork was filed in this case.
Yeah, before March of this year.
Before March of this year,
Was there any kind of private agreement that he would give you such and such amount, or he would give you X, Y, and Z items every month or every other month?
yes, sir. We did talk about it, but if something came up with him and he couldn't do it, he would just let me know, and then I would handle it. I really didn't make a big deal of, like, as far as like what he would give me, clothes wise, toys, money, stuff like that, because like I always made sure that she always had it. But we did discuss as far as him, getting like the health insurance for her, or like school clothes, stuff like that.
But was there ever like an agreement that he was going to give you like $300 a month or anything like that?
No, not that I recall. No, sir.
You don't recall ever agreeing that, you would only accept $300 a month or anything like that?
I'm not even for sure like what that amount would even be for.
Okay.
The only thing, so
That's fine. And I guess just to make it clear, there was no written agreement of any kind. Y'all didn't sit down and type something up and sign it. Is that right?
Like within each other by ourselves? No, no, sir.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's what I'm asking about. Like just the two of y'all in
Oh,
2022, 2021, you didn't sit down and type something out and print it and sign it.
no, sir. Like around that time, we did have CPS and a temporary order in process. So we were like
I'm
just
I'm,
trying
I'm
to get
talking I'm
everything
talking
going.
I'm talking just about the financials, the support, the child support.
No, so that's why I'm saying like we weren't even like allowed to really be around each other around that
Okay.
time.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. That's fair. Um, regarding um regarding the one other thing I wanted to ask you about is Mr. Curtis had said that he gave approximately $96 every other week to the daycare. Uh, do you have any knowledge of that?
When I worked at the peanut gallery and I was paying CCS, it was so long ago. I'm not gonna say he's lying, but I don't really recall him doing that. But I mean, it was so long ago.
Well, what is
I'm
this?
pretty sure he did because like we were like together around that time. So I'm pretty sure like he did take the money up there, but we were together, so that was considered like both of our funds, if that makes sense. So it's just like,
Oh, so
you
that
know,
was before. So that was when y'all were together, like before 2020 or before 2019 or whatever.
yeah, that's when we were both together and like we would, go take those payments up there. So
Okay, all right. If he did, I mean, if he did pay, well, was she going to that same daycare after y'all separated?
after we separated, yes, for like maybe like a split year, not even that. And then she ended up going to a New Day Learning Academy.
Okay. Um, so for that partial year, if he was given money to the daycare, would you know or would you not know?
I would know because I actually worked there and they would tell me when he would come.
Okay. So did you work there until the time when she switched
Yes,
daycare?
yes, sir. And I ended up getting fired
Okay.
from there.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Um, I don't think I have any other questions.
All right, Ms. Hubbard?
Miss Fullilove, I just want to make sure that um, originally when we had done the retro calculations, they were done from October of 2019. So you're stating that that is incorrect and that y'all split in 2020?
I'm not really for sure on the year, man, but I would say 2020. When I was issued the CPS order, it was in July on my son's death anniversary. So I remember exactly when that date was. I just can't tell you the year, Miss Hubbard.
Okay. But you would be comfortable with saying it was 2020.
I would, yes, ma'am,
So
for
July
sure.
of 2020 is the month that you think that you had separated?
Yes, ma'am, because we had a CPS case in order and everything else. I remember.
Okay. I pass witness, Your Honor.
Anything else to this witness, Mr. Brimwell?
Um, no, Your Honor.
All right, folks, I'm getting ready to go. Obviously, I got any other witnesses at this time, Mr. Brimwell?
No, Your Honor.
All right, yeah, I know. Ms. Hubbard.
No, Your Honor.
All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and listen to closing statements and closing arguments at this time. And this is when the parties get the chance to tell the court what they're asking the court to do here today, as well as why I should do it as far as the closing statement is concerned. So I'm going to start out with the lawyers, and then I'm going to go to Mr. Curtis, and then I'm going to go to Ms. Fullilove and see if she wants to make a closing statement also. So at this time, I'll start with Mr. Brimhall, and then go to Ms. Hubbard, and then I'll go to Mr. Curtis, and then Ms. Fullilove. Thank you.
Yes, Judge. My request is that regarding the conservatorship issue, that just be carried over from the temporary order in February. Specifically, I think it was managing conservator, possessory conservator language, with the mom deciding the residence of the child. I don't, let's see. there was no geo in the temp order.
Leeway.
Regarding possession and access, my request would be that it be an SPO, but modified to the second, fourth, and fifth weekends, with the start at 6 p.m. And ending at 6 p.m. on the weekends. Everything else just standard. The exchanges, uh,
They
I
can
think
be by agreement, Mr. Brevall, but if they can't come to agreement, ma'am, what city you live in?
the court previously ordered Temple PD in that temp order from February.
Okay,
So my request would be that they meet at the Temple PD, unless it's in writing that they meet somewhere else. And then if Miss Fullilove relocates, too far away from Temple PD, she just let him know which PD is closest to her. Regarding child support, I I'm going to defer to the state on their calculation. I think the current support should probably go up slightly. I'm not sure what that amount is. I know if it's based on $12 an hour, it would be about a $70 jump. If it's based on $14 an hour, it'll be, obviously more than that. Regarding the issue of retroactive support, I think it should be ordered in a particular amount. I'm not sure. I'm going to defer to the state on that as well. I think they may have recalculated some of it since we first announced, but I do think it should be ordered. I understand that Mr. Curtis has been pretty involved and whatnot, which is all well and good. No fault there. My concern is that there were a whole bunch of months where he certainly wasn't given Miss Fullilove anything near what child support would have been during that time period if he had been ordered to pay child support back then. So I do think it should be ordered. I'll defer to the state's calculation on the support and the retro support. Court costs, even though there's not a typical reason to waive them, I think because the parties have, for the most part, been getting along and they seem to have been co-parenting well, I think that would be good to waive them in this case for that reason. Regarding the issue of non-disclosure, that was already granted in the prior temp order from February, and I think that should be carried over. I think that covers everything.
all right, thank you, Mr. Brevall. Ms. Hubbard?
Your Honor, there's been a lot of different testimony regarding what Mr. Curtis makes. My best guess is that it's somewhere around $15 an hour. That would put child support in, let's see, where's that calculation? At about $425, government medical support at about $116. With the parties' testimony being inconsistent regarding the retro period, I've recalculated it based on the July 2020 date through February 29th of this year, prior to the first temporary order starting. And if we did it for those months, it would be between $18,189 and $19,393, depending on whether or not we're going with $14 or $15 an hour at the time that Mr. Curtis was working. That is not giving him any credit for money spent on daycare, and it was not giving him any credit for birthday parties.
All right, Mr. Curtis, what are you requesting, sir?
Yes, I'm requesting, like I mentioned earlier, I think the Medicaid since July 2020, whatever monthly there is, I can see me owing that. And I think that's around, and then the daycare, of course, I say it's around 5,000 to 7,000. If I'm taking in consideration the
Well, sir,
daycare that I wasn't paying,
Okay.
and the Medicaid. I think I should be on hook for those two, but like I mentioned earlier, you know, as far as like the clothes and the shoes, that costs money. I was still spending around $400 or $500 a month on my kids, so I
Anything
don't
else, sir?
have receipts to back it up, but
All right, anything
yeah,
else?
that's. I didn't hear you say.
All right, anything else specifically you're asking for, sir?
Yes, and I wanted the chance to be able to add her to my healthcare too when given the chance, like which me and her mother have discussed too, not just this year, but even last year.
Well, here's the deal, sir. For the health insurance, if you get that new job, and once you get the new job and go through your break-in period, if they allow you to have health insurance, and it's going to be cost you less than the 160 that you have to pay going forward, sir, then you can go ahead and see about putting your child on that, and then coming back in, giving mom the cards, and then coming back in and ask the state to stop the Medicaid payments and give you credit for what you're paying in health insurance, and mom can still keep Medicaid if she's eligible. But until you get that, sir, there's nothing I can do about that until you actually have papers in hand that it's ready to go, and this is what it's going to cost. All right?
And then, could I say one more thing too? Also,
Go right ahead, sir.
yes, and then also, like I've been pretty comfortable with the payment amounts. I mean, taking in account with my $1,200 a month rent and all the other bills I have is barely enough, and this is me pushing my limit of working at the job I'm currently at also. So I think anything a little higher right now, being that I haven't even got hired on to the job I'm trying to currently get, I think it's going to probably be a little much on me.
Judge, I know the payment record hasn't been entered yet. I'm happy to stipulate that it should be entered even after the closing of testimony.
Okay, so, Mr. Curtis, you cracked up on me again, sir. Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else, sir?
That'll be all.
All right, Ms. Fullilove.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else you specifically asking the court for that hasn't been asked for you in your behalf by the ad litem or the state at this time? Ma'am? Anything else specifically you're asking me to do?
The only thing I can say is that the court just look at, that he has been consistent with getting his daughter. That's about it.
Okay. All right, everybody. Well, we ran a little longer than I anticipated today, so I'm going to go. I'm sorry. The state, Mr. Brimhall did bring up something that I probably need to address. Is the current child support is the current child support current, or what are we looking at?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Curtis is actually in future pay, so he is paid
Okay.
ahead.
All right, so I don't have to worry about doing that or reducing that judgment. All I got to do is figure out the math I'm going to use on everything else. So, because I've got to get out of here in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and Mr. Brimhall, you got a case next week with us?
Yes, Judge. I will be here. I have two on the 18th, Judge.
2 on the 18th. What I'm
I
going to
think-
do, nobody else has to show up. I'm going to make a ruling on this. And I'm going to do it on my. I'm going to reset this to our general docket. Okay, wait a second. Is that a general docket?
That's the
That's the enforcement docket. Okay, you got anything on either Tuesday or Thursday?
Thursday I have a thing at 9:30, but I could do Tuesday.
Okay. All right then, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and no, it's Tuesday. I'm sorry. That's Christmas throws everything else. That's gonna be Falls County Day. So anyway, well, I'm gonna go ahead and nobody has to show up. I'm gonna go ahead and reset this for the 20th, which is our general docket, or is it? I'm sorry. Let me bring back my Zoom code here. I hate the Zoom. Zoom likes to use its own calendar, and I can't use any of the Microsoft calendars. So here we go. All right, next week. All right, I got a general
that'd
docket
be
on Monday, and I got a general one. Well, it looks like Monday is it. So anyway, I'm going to reset this to our general docket on Monday at 9
Okay.
a.m. just for me to make a ruling. Are you on that one, Mr. Brimhall?
No, but I can show up, and I can show up. That's fine.
All right. Well, again, folks, they'll give me a chance to go over all the requests, do the math that I heard testified to, and come up with everything else. Obviously, right now, I'm going to go ahead and then keep the temporary or as is. I'm going to go ahead and name the mother sole managing conservator, that father possessory conservator with all rights of the possessory conservatorship as included in the Texas Family Code. I'm going to go ahead and order that I'll hold in advance the ruling on the child support and the cash medical, but it looks like I got a good idea of what that's going to be based on the information that's testified to today. The big issues I got to deal with are the retroactive child support and credits for that. I'm going to go ahead and grant the standard possession order. For right now, folks, the exchange is at the Temple PD. Y'all can agree to something different. Mom, I understand you've been taking the child over and picking the child up. Y'all want to do that? Fine. But do it by, I know AppClose has a learning curve, but if I need the data, or if there's a he said, she said, that's not in AppClose, it's problematic. But if it's in AppClose, any attorney or attorney ad litem or anyone can get a copy of that and bring it to court to show, hey, this is the person that's right. So that's why I want y'all to try to use AppClose and get through that learning curve. And if you're going to do something differently, do it in the AppClose texting function, okay? And that way it can be easily confirmed. I'm going to waive court costs. Again, Mr. Curtis has been in his child's life, and mom's in agreement with that. So I'll go ahead and waive court costs based on that. So the real thing I got to come back on next time is confirm what the child support is going to be, confirm what the cash medal is going to be, and what the retroactive child support is going to be plus repayment. All right. So thank y'all all very much. And yes, sir, you got a question?
Oh no, I was just saying yes, sir. I'm listening.
All right, then. Again, I'm resetting this till Monday so it doesn't fall through the cracks. And I'm gonna go ahead and make that ruling as soon as hopefully as soon as I get through with the as soon as we get through with the morning announcements. It starts at 9 o'clock, and morning announcements and everything is usually over with by 10. And I've got no special settings on that date, so I can just go straight into this matter and make the ruling on the record. All right. Okay. For that ruling, nobody has to show up. It's just me and Mr. Brimhall will be there, but a recording will be made, so y'all don't have to take off from work or do anything to mess with your schedule. This is just simply for a ruling. I can normally do that by letter, but I always like to do it on the record, and that way I know it gets done, and there's going to be a record of the actual ruling instead of just a letter. So at this time, it's Fullilove. Any questions, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Curtis, anything else?
No.
All right, the only other thing I will put in is, instead of the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month, y'all's visitation technically are on the second, fourth, and fifth weekends of the month. And remember, folks, that is the second Friday of the month, the fourth Friday of the month, and when there's a fifth Friday of the month, that's your visitation weekend. If the first falls on a Sunday or a Saturday like it did this month, that's not the first weekend. It's always that second. I'm sorry. Okay. It's always based on the Friday, and it's the second and fourth Fridays of the month. And when there's a fifth Friday, that's when y'all's visitation is. All right.
Okay.
And y'all can agree to anything different as it comes. But again, put that in AppClose also. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right. All right, folks. Thank y'all all very much. I hate to give y'all the speedy rush out of here, but like I said, I anticipated being through about 45 minutes ago and being able to make this appointment easily. So anyway, everybody, in case you don't show up on Monday, Merry Christmas. Make sure Santa, wink, 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 takes care of your little girl here, and I'll have a Happy New Year. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Anyway, anything? Okay. And Ms. Hubbard, Merry Christmas to you, and hopefully we'll see you and your son on Xbox Live soon enough. Okay.
That sounds great, Your Honor. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge.